Hello, welcome to my channel, Wing Spiritual Clarity. My name's Wendy Wing. I'm doing a psychic tarot reading for you, tuning into the day's energy, seeing what divine messages of guidance come through. This is a general reading, so take what resonates and leave the rest. All right, what's the overall energy? Thank you. What's hidden from the viewer that would be helpful? What's hidden? What's hidden? Thank you. Outcome and advice. Thank you. All right. In the overall energy, we have three cards. We have the Three of Swords, the Ace of Pentacles, and the Empress. Well, all right. Three of Swords is heartbreak, often betrayal. Ace of Pentacles is a new opportunity, tangible in the 3D. I see the Ace of Pentacles as a seed of potential. It's not fully formed, but something that if you take this opportunity, that you'll need to nurture that seed into existence. And then the sacred feminine, the divine feminine energy, the Empress. I'm just really drawn to the sacred geometry here. Really beautiful. Divine feminine energy, the Empress, is allowing, receptive, loving, nurturing. Psychically, I see masculine energy as more of action, doing, outer energies, wanting to do something, achieve something, say something. It's got a line to it, an action. To masculine energy, feminine energies is being present. Everything that I'm describing is on a spectrum, right? There isn't feminine and then masculine's over here. It's a spectrum. And so I see the most feminine energy, just feminine, is just being. Being in the present energy. Feminine energy is the environment. Being present with what arises without any need to change it. Nurturing that environment. All right, let's find out why these cards are here. Why is the Three of Swords in the overall energy? Why is there heartbreak? All right. Queen of Cups with her in reverse with her back turned. And then the Nine of Wands in reverse, coming out as a challenge to that energy. The heartbreak, some type of betrayal. Feeling vulnerable, challenged. Okay, this feels like it's for someone who feels wounded by someone close to them. Three of Swords. Feels like when you let your guard down, we're vulnerable. There's some type of hurt, a woundedness that is definitely being perceived that it's coming from outside, from someone else created this hurt. Why is this coming up now? Eight of Swords. There's something you might not be seeing about this. Something. This is often my card for willfully ignorant. or just unable to perceive what's really going on, feeling stuck because of some belief systems. There's something it feels like you might not be perceiving about this betrayal and this woundedness. What is it that the viewer's not seeing about this betrayal? Yeah, I get it. 5 of Cups. It's causing a lot of hurt. Upset. Woundedness. This is definitely feels like woundedness. 4 of Pentacles reverse. There's something you're letting go of. An environment, a person, a situation, a belief system. Feels like it's a belief system with 8 of Swords reverse. That's keeping you, it feels like the belief system is keeping you wounded. This is tricky because it feels like you perceive, and there was an incident, a 3 of Swords, someone hurt you. Someone hurt you. But it feels like you're already hurt, like they're just amplifying a wound that you might already have. And there's something here that's you're ready to let go of. We'll keep going and see how this evolves. Why is the Ace of Pentacles in the overall energy? What's this new opportunity, new seed of potential? Magician reversed. Someone... I'm not sure which way. So why is the Magician reversed in regards to the Ace of Pentacles? What does the viewer who's here watching, what do they need to know about this Ace of Pentacles? Boy, there's all these cards popping out, but not enough. Yeah. All right. The King of Wands with his back turned coming out as a challenge to this. It feels like there's a new potential. It feels like you either don't trust whatever this is because you don't trust your own manifestations, or you perceive that this is coming from someone you don't trust. There's something like you don't trust this potential, the seed. And it feels like you're challenged to take action on it. So why is there so much challenge around this? 7 of Swords, Page of Wands. There's a need to be tactical. I'm not a big fan of this Ace of Pentacles. Okay. The Ace of Pentacles, there's some type of dodgy feel about this. And I can't tell if it's because you have a perception that everything is dodgy or suspect. And so you're challenged to, or you're challenged by who's offering this. I just get the feeling like you're not too sure. 7 of Swords is my tactics card. So whatever this opportunity is, it feels like going slowly, not sharing a lot, being tactical about it. Someone's excited about this with the Page of Wands coming out. I can't tell. It doesn't feel like it's you. It feels like someone's got this new opportunity. Ooh, Three of Swords now in reverse. Okay. This new opportunity might be coming from the person who you perceive created the Three of Swords, the heartbreak. Or the new opportunity coming in helps you heal from this betrayal. It does feel like there's a potential here to pull those swords out of your heart, to heal. All right, let's move on to the Divine Feminine, the Empress. Why is the Empress card in the overall energy? Divine Feminine, healing. Ooh, we've got the Knight of Wands, the Five of Wands, and Death card in reverse. You're taking action, world building, and there's some type of fight. Yeah, with the Three of Swords, there's some type of fight or struggle that feels like it's a repeat. Something, it feels like this is a new situation, a new heart hurt, Three of Swords. But really, when you look at your feminine energy, it looks like it's just bringing up a wound, an unhealed wound. Queen of Cups in reverse. Something you haven't seen, something that it feels like this is a wound. This isn't a new wound. This feels like an old wound, and maybe why it also feels so big and so hurtful. And I like that the Empress is here because it feels like you can heal this with your Divine Feminine energy, healing your own woundedness. It feels like this is a current situation, a current hurt, but an old unhealed wound. So it feels even more amplified and big. Might even have you feeling very fiery. Okay, there's a potential for inner discernment here. There's something around this wound, whatever it is for you, that has an energetic signature that it's from your past. And it feels like this is something that keeps happening, this same type of hurt and woundedness. And so instead of everybody sucks, there's something within you, a woundedness that looks like you're ready to heal. So you stop having this keep coming up. Different people, same wounded situation. All right, let's look at what's hidden. Very interesting. All right, in what's hidden, we have the Queen of Swords in reverse, the High Priestess in reverse, and the Strength card in reverse. Yikes! Zoinks! So, Queen of Swords in reverse is a lack of inner discernment, not seeing something. High Priestess reverse is something, whatever this discernment is, this lack of inner seeing, inner understanding, is also blocking your intuition. Feels like this wound, whatever this is personally for you, gets you in an expanded emotional state where your intuition can't reach you. This wound is also blocking your ability to really step into your high priestess energy. And with the strength card in reverse, it feels like when this type of wounding comes up, you might perceive it externally. You lose kind of control. It feels like lacking confidence and feeling insecure, feeling wounded, feeling a victim, feeling powerless, feeling like you don't have, like someone has taken your power away. There's quite a mixture of things going on here. It feels like it's a present hurt, not going way back in your past, having to sift through. This feels current. However, the wound that it is amplifying, bringing to the surface is something from your past that it looks like you're ready to heal this. All right. What is it? What does the viewer need to know about the Queen of Swords in reverse in what's hidden? Queen of Wands reversed, Judgment reversed. Wow. Okay. It disempowers you. Whatever this is, it has you staying small, lacking proper judgment, feeling insecure, feeling disempowered. Tell me more about the High Priestess in reverse. Is there anything that the viewer needs to know about the High Priestess reverse and what's hidden? Okay. It's been very confusing. It feels like this whole situation is very confusing, and you feel very burdened. Like it's hard to focus around this wound. Feels like this wound keeps coming up. Maybe at work, when you work with others, 3 energy in small groups. Moon card in what's hidden. That's always interesting. Moon card and then 6 of Swords. It feels like there's a need to heal this, to move on to calmer grounds, to heal your nervous system. In what's hidden, there's the Moon card, so there's more hidden. It feels like this goes deep into your unconscious, into your unconscious past. And there's an element of healing your nervous system. Feels like when you finally figure out what this belief system is that you're ready to let go of, that it helps you not have to be so guarded. It feels like your nervous system calms down, so you don't have to be so on guard, feeling, like who's going to hurt me next. Feels like that wound, instead of healing, going within and healing that woundedness, there's a lot of defensiveness and trying to keep people from hurting you, that wound, and activating that wound. It seems like it's time you're ready to go within and heal that wound, so you don't hold others responsible for how you feel. Okay, I'm clarifying now the Strength card in reverse and what's hidden. Feeling disempowered, feeling out of control by internal factors, insecurities, inner feelings, inner beliefs that just, when I'm in Strength card reversed, I feel like I don't have control over my emotions, my feelings. It feels like I'm not running the house. And yeah, when I'm Strength card upright, I have control over my inner workings. My emotions don't get the best of me. I have control over my emotions, how I feel. There's something here in what's hidden about repairing, constantly needing to this feels like a bit of a victim mentality. And as someone who has spent their life in victim mentality, really good at seeing everything through that lens. Once I started healing from that victim mentality, my world, it's about me and taking care of me. It's not about needing other people to show up in a certain way so I feel comfortable. It's healing those wounds, understanding myself, and not holding people so accountable for how I feel. Facing fears, really being confident and not having to pretend or show up. There's something here about being in fix-it mode and like chronically trying to fix something. It feels like that wound, like protecting the woundedness instead of going in and figuring out what those beliefs are, the wound is, in healing from that woundedness. Yeah, it looks like you might be disconnecting from people and situations that don't work and focusing on what does work, who and what does work. And there's the medicine of self-love, loving yourself. Not loving just the strong parts, not loving just the parts that you find acceptable. But a lot of the medicine happens when you love those parts that you feel within yourself are unlovable, are too much, not enough, are difficult, are embarrassing, are cringy, you're ashamed of. Though that's where all the good stuff is. The good stuff is in. It's easy to love the lovable parts of yourself. Where the real medicine happens is when you learn to hold space and make space for the unlovable, what you perceive are unlovable aspects of yourself. Can you love your wounded version? Can you love all aspects of yourself? Not just when you're high functioning, but can you also love the puddle that you turn into, or the upset? Can you make space and love and nurture those parts and listen to those parts and hold space? It's okay for you to have all the feelings. All right, moving on to the outcome and advice. The Five of Cups in reverse coming out as a challenge to the outcome. It does feel like there's a lot of emotions. And the challenge is to heal those emotions and also focus on what's working Two of Pentacles coming out as a challenge as well. Ooh, okay. This feels like masking, kind of juggling, masking. Okay. I'm getting a feeling here that you hide your hurt and perform and kind of keep that wound hidden. And so it makes it a challenge to heal it. If you can't even acknowledge, hopefully in this reading you're acknowledging and being able to understand that there's a need to go within and sit with that wound and feel the emotions. No story, no blaming others, but owning these are my emotions to feel, to sit with. And when I'm in an emotional state and I'm feeling my emotions, you don't create beliefs. Well, this means this, because you're in an expanded state. You're feeling your emotions. And so I just don't involve my upper chakras when I'm sitting with, holding space for my lower chakras, for my emotions. You can move, and a lot of times movement helps me kind of give expression. Feel those feelings. Stop trying to hide them so you appear fine at all times and really go within. Feel them so you can heal them. What else would be helpful advice for whoever's Six of Cups in reverse coming out? Yeah, it's a childhood wound. It feels like something maybe that you've had for a long time, this woundedness. So when you start feeling and tuning in, where are you feeling it in your body? Somatically, where does that wounding, that hurt, are you feeling it in your heart space, a little below your heart space, in your belly, in your back? And you've got to figure it out, feel it, and make space. It's okay to feel. Feels like by ignoring, by masking, and everything's fine, you're not healing, getting to the root. It feels like this is coming up for purpose, to be felt. It feels very empowered. And I'm also getting that whoever's bringing this up, whoever you might perceive as the problem, is really, they're just amplifying a wound that you're ready to heal. At least that's a perspective. So you can perceive it any way you want, right? So I hope that's helpful. Thank you so much for being here. Have a great day.